and welcome again, apparently, because I forgot to check off the little box that keeps us from being heard when we're in that particular part of the pre-stream, because, in case you haven't noticed, I mirrored the setup to get it more like looking like I'm looking at the characters. Characters.
We are characters.
Anyways, hello and welcome. I'm Thomas, your game master, and I'm joined by Radical Dishonesty, aka Bradley.
I'm Radical Dishonesty, and I'm playing Regalia, the Outsider.
No, you are not. You are Radley Dishonestly.
No.
Is that your
Hold on.
evil self?
Anyways, also, and Mistral.
Hi, I'm Estral, and I am playing Inferno, the Transformed.
And Janius P.
Hey, it's me, Janie SB, and I'm playing as Cutie Carbuncle, the Janice.
Crystalline Kitsune.
Hi, I'm Chrysalim Kitsune, and I am playing Artemis. I forgot who I was playing for a second. Artemis, the protege.
There.
Okay, 1 second here. I'm
Boom,
gonna
isn't it?
move the mic. I just realized that is
Very close to me.
yes. And you, no offense to you,
I have a loud voice.
you project.
I have a loud voice.
So I'm gonna go
I am a projector.
moving.
Also, most of you are not logged in on roll.
I am.
That's true,
At least
I
it should
haven't
be.
met.
Yeah, that's
No, you're not.
working. Like, yeah, your connection's not working.
Dude.
Oh, I'm not in the table, that's why, because I'm a dork.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's just me.
I was on roll.
Because
I
now,
just wasn't
right
at
now,
the table.
it's Dustin, Isaiah,
Anyways,
yeah,
before we
there's
worry
four of
about
us.
it, I am trying to do introductions here. R.A. Wolf.
What's up, Wolfpack? Ari Wolf here, and I am playing Archangel, the Nova. Everyone's forgetting things today, right?
And Zeiston.
Hello, I am Zyson. I am playing Blackbird, the Doomed. Everything's doomed.
Ooh.
Do for you!
Last issue, we finished up the patrols with first with my brain just went there. Our Archangel and
I need
Inferno.
to skip past you to grab my drink. Sorry.
Going off on their patrol, encountering a
Some, like,
bewildering
wireless headphones. Yeah.
encounter with Cheshire, and
It was
eventually
me, not
uncovering
Inferno.
a tragedy mask that seemed to match the one that Regalia and Artemis found. Later, we had a brain is working slow today. Had some truly inspiring teamwork from Blackbird and Inferno as they proceeded to fight each other, and then when a mysterious goth-looking Cinder, villain, no, calling herself Cinder, showed up and said really not much, but it's like it was enough for Blackbird to say bye Inferno and banished him from the realm. Well, and Cinder proceeded to kiss him. And then Cinder ended up on a crowded subway train, great place to be. And proceeded to melt it and could not contain the heat well enough to get out of there, and got a stern talking down from his adoptive father, Forge, effectively grounding both Inferno and Archangel from the team until the Crimson Cloak returns from whatever the frick he's doing in Germany. And there was a little heart to heart you two had, but I don't remember the details because we've been gone for 2 sessions, and I did not watch the last session like I probably should have today. But I was
Exciting.
tired.
And
because last night our air conditioner froze, and despite this the way it sounds, that actually makes the room very hot. So yes,
That would do it.
that brings us to today's issue, Fate Breakers number 5. We open up in the Sanctuary of Artemis. Not Sanctuary. Temple.
Temple.
I don't want you to say Sanctuary because that's the Doom
I live
feature.
in a
I don't
temple,
wanna get
not
that
a
confused.
sanctuary.
But as you guys are meeting up to kind of discuss what happened yesterday, so I just want to ask, first off, has anyone actually told the team that they're grounded?
I imagine Archangel very quickly called Artemis and told her what was going on.
Yeah.
Has Artemis shared this information with anyone else?
I think that depends on if you wanted her to, or if it's going to be a.
To be fair, Aspen doesn't care all that much. She really just needed someone to bitch to.
I think
'Cause
she
she's
has not told them
pissed.
just yet.
Okay. So yeah, so you're in the know, but you're kind of waiting for everyone to show. So, but beyond that, did anyone want to say you kind of did some stuff in the gap, because it's next day. It's next day. Like I would say roughly the after school time. Just
Oh,
to say that.
you know what we didn't talk about between then? What my character does in any way possible for living in places.
That is
We still didn't talk about that at all.
there.
Probably is important.
I don't know. Like how. Like I admit my brain is kind of defaulting to like the kind of like almost D&D style world kind of thing where it's like adventurers and roughing it and camping is not necessarily something that's put down upon it, and it's still like you have a wonderful jacket tent.
Why do I feel like there had been a discussion where he has like a almost bubble thing where he lives in?
I mean, mostly I didn't want to do that because essentially another character here has a bubble thing going on, and I didn't really want to be
Dustin,
like,
yeah.
oh, yeah, I didn't want to be. I just do the same thing. It seemed like
Okay.
stepping on, because
Well,
his
I'd
character
say-
has this. I travel around with the book world, and I'm like, I don't really want to do something similar to that,
Well, either you live inside, inside.
Well, we could play off of the coat tent idea, and yeah, I'm pulling from Harry Potter and Doctor Who here, but it could be bigger on the
point
inside.
is that that's the point of not wanting to have the little pocket realm thing. That's the
I don't know. It's not actually a pocket realm. If you
No,
other
a
people can
tent,
walk
a
inside.
literal tent made of a coat. Just he lives in a tent.
But we
Never.
can figure it out a little bit. But maybe
we live in a big. The thing is, we live in a big city, so like unless I hang out in some place, with
Maybe you're
people
living
like
in the
that,
temple.
You could just have an apartment.
No, I think I actually like the living in the temple thing because the questions were answered that who does your mentor not trust on the team, and you picked. Like,
You did pick my character, yeah.
I
So
think that-
like,
Maybe it's
possible
because
like,
you're living in the
enemies
temple.
close.
Like, no, I think it was a Rhea thing, and then you said, or was it Carbuncle? Was that? Either way,
No,
I
that
think
was
you
me
did it.
too.
I think you did that specifically to tick off your mentor.
So I said, "Hey, you can go just live in our temple.
And when you got confronted, like you pulled the, it's my temple.
It's my
Is your
temple,
name on
not
that?
yours. Is your name on it? Is your statue in there?"
I can also absolutely understand that, like, he would also be like, is this like a plan to keep an eye on him? And you would deny it, and he'd be like, it should be.
God, I love it.
Yeah. So at least for the time being,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
where
okay.
you're staying.
Yeah. I kind of imagine actually that that I don't like have that I might not necessarily have my own room and have the equivalent of sleeping on a couch, in the area, you know, we
You
could
have
we
a
could go with
hammock?
that. I don't know. That's up to you. Could do a
Have a
hammock.
hammock or something, at least for right now. Like I say, there is time for it to grow. I just gonna say we're probably not gonna have you living out of a linen closet because we tried that once before and it's.
I like to imagine your scarf just turns into a hammock now.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like making a bed is a little more reasonable, kind of, unless
He sewed like a bed.
Anyways,
I mean,
Does
I don't
he
know.
have,
I've
like-
just replaced my bed with a hammock, so
Question is, in this temple, does he have like his own area where it's kind of his at least, or is it kind of just like I like the idea of a hammock just being in the common space, just like so anybody could just walk in on him.
yeah, I do think it is it is an equivalent of like you're crashing on the couch right now. That
Yeah.
can change with time, but for right now, I think that's a good way to.
But I think that basically, you know, when we're having these meetings, I think he has everything kind of like put away into like his own little pocket dimension or whatever.
Like, no.
Yeah.
We've established he does that, so it's not like he has stuff laying out everywhere. It's just like.
So like there's like this like massive like 4-poster bed or whatever just hanging there.
That was one of your first discussions.
Canopy bed.
That got a
thrown
Zeus
all
beat.
over the temple.
The 4-poster bed got what is called the Zeus veto, aka a lightning bolt.
So in other words, he put something in there and then a lightning bolt went straight through it.
Yeah. Anyways, so but like I say, you're not necessarily going to be staying in it all day. So I imagine you kind of wander around town, so you're not necessarily already there when the meeting time comes. So yeah, and I'm going to say that Regalia and Carbuncle are the first two to arrive in whatever order you want.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to say anything else,
Or they arrive together.
actually, yeah. You guys, where did you guys run into each other on your way here? Just to try to get some extra scenes going here.
I don't know if you're still in.
I kind of want to say this. This is just my brain saying like, it's Carbuncle's. You're not in your form yet. You see Regalia kind of walking through the air pop by, and you're like, you kind of check your watch, and it's like, oh crap, it's that time already.
Probably let out a before I run to the nearby alley and magical girl transformation.
There's like glitter and everything. There's glitter all over the alley. It's gonna take weeks to clean out. But
Probably not weeks. You can't get glitter out of anything.
hey, this is a city of superheroes.
You
Someone
can't.
can at
You
least
put glitter
do something.
somewhere, it's everywhere.
Nah,
It'll take
glitter's
years.
got its own special superpower,
The
man.
glitter is actually an A-list level hero.
True.
Yes.
Yes.
Regalia also is in his full superhero outfit, which is to say this normal outfit, but also with a mask.
His normal outfit but with a mask.
He doesn't change his clothes really like he changes his clothes a lot, but he doesn't really change his presentation other than the fact that he has the domino mask on.
Mhm.
I like that.
That's his superhero outfit, and he's made this made this very clear to everyone that even though he is Maximus, he is Regalia when the mask is on. Please be careful
I also imagine
to
that's
not
the
reveal my
reason-
secret identity.
And
There
I imagine
is
that's
some-
the reason my character changed into their super identity was because he was wearing his mask. Thus, I know. Oh, so, that's right. Something's actually going on, and he's not just floating around the city.
Yes.
Floating around the city.
Floating
Maybe
randomly
so,
around the
but-
city.
The Janus feels the outsider doesn't quite get the secret identity thing yet.
That's exactly what I'm going for.
Oh, God.
Like he has a secret identity, but it means nothing.
So in other words, he's
It's
basic.
completely meaningless.
He's kind of similar to Superman, which is I have a secret identity. I have glasses on now.
No, I think it's like I think it's that people aren't genuinely full. It's just that nobody knows Maximus.
No one knows who he is, period.
So
No
it's
one
like,
knows who he is, period. But when he walks around as Maximus, anybody who knows who Regalia is like, oh, it's Regalia. It's like if everyone knew Clark Kent was Superman because they immediately clocked the same face. So it's like that.
Yeah. So
they're immediately like, they see Superman, they're like, Clark? What? No, I'm Superman. Clark, I'm with you every single day.
I work with you.
I work with you. I know what you look like. Damn it.
It's just a pair of glasses.
That's what I remember. I said that already.
Yeah. Anyways, so does Carbuncle wave down Regalia, or did you just fall a little bit behind?
Stalks him.
Yeah, it is. He might notice.
Did you guys have like a gap of that missing?
Yes. I did
A
too.
little bit.
Okay.
It was a little. You cut out a little bit.
All I heard is he might notice.
Yeah, because I noticed
Jane?
their camera keeps freezing as well.
Did we lose you?
Jane? Jane of the jungle.
Yeah, you might want to turn off your camera if your computer's overheating.
Okay.
Alright, there we go.
Hi. So I swapped because for some reason my desktop's having another bit of conniption fit.
Okay.
That's what
Okay,
Dustin
okay.
was
So
saying.
I was saying how much, like, depending on how flashy he might notice me. So.
Alright. If he wants to notice, if not, we'll just say.
We'll meet up there, yeah.
Does Regalia notice the flash of the transformation sequence?
Yes.
Right.
I mean, one of the things he's theoretically good at is situational awareness, and a magic thing is happening, so he would take interest.
Yes. So also,
Although probably the moment you notice like a bunch of crystal floating through the air, glowing pink and stuff, you're like, oh, that's probably me.
I probably notice like at the end of it, you know. I let's say I notice at the tail end after most of the transformation has happened, since we're trying to preserve the secret identity thing. So I assume you teleported in or something.
Yeah, and like I say, my personal belief is that the transformation sequence, unless you are specifically attuned to magical things, gives somebody else's problem field to it, so that that people just look away, or
okay.
or
So you
are
could
forcibly blinded.
Yeah, just you're running down the street, you transform, and people aren't like, that person just transformed. It's like Cutie Carbuncle has arrived. That's when they notice that there is chaos, and then they notice that Cutie Carbuncle arrived.
Of course,
It makes complete sense also compared to like my civilian identity in this situation. That like, yeah, I'm not probably the most notable individual until I transform, and then it's like,
you say that, but like, aren't you like a person that is kind of a person that kind of stands out,
but in a completely different way.
Yes.
I mean, I was gonna say that archetype is so like just overused now that I don't think it's. You got a bunch of the goth kids hanging around.
Yeah, no. If you're definitely in like a group of people, you'll blend into the crowd. But like, anyway, it's not important right now. The important part right now is that is that Regalia notices and basically like does a thing where he like turns a little bit around and like slides down as if he's like sliding down a
incline,
like an incline.
Ooh.
And he's like, Cutie Carbuncle, it's good to see you.
Hey there, Radical. Or sorry, words.
not quite.
Hey there, Radical.
Hey, Radley.
Hey there, Regalia. Yes, Regalia.
Obviously, that is the Radley is the secret identity name that he's using.
No.
The fake name.
Come on. Maximus, do it. He's the greatest. Anyway, he's like, yes.
I'm amused.
Prodigy, I almost forgot we were supposed to be meeting up today. Back at headquarters.
Oh well, that's then it's good that I say I came by. Anyway, yes. There's a moment of you weren't here a moment ago, but he dismisses it. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. How was your patrol in the yesterday?
Oh, it was really weird. By the way, should we specify this now? Who took the mask that me and Archangel?
For plot convenience, I'm going to say Cutie Carbuncle. Just because only one of you is allowed to be there right now.
No, that makes sense. I just thought if we were going to hold it off to reveal it.
On the other hand, do we think that Artemis seems like the more responsible person, and they would automatically give important
Archangel?
Excuse me. Yeah. Regalia would not part with it unless insisted.
Well,
I
feel like
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I feel like Regalia has all the masks that they've found so far.
No. The thing is, I haven't. We found a mask, and Regalia definitely, like, unless you insisted that someone else should take it, Regalia definitely took it.
I think Regalia has it. I think Artemis had Regalia take it.
But we're talking about the other mask, which the other group found that Regalia does not know about.
Well,
it's in the clarification groups that found the mask. So
yeah. So
I feel like Archangel would trust Cutie Carbuncle plenty to let him take the mask.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, and
okay. Then that's good.
If it was Archangel originally, Archangel probably would have given it to Carbuncle if she had to explain hey, I'm not going to make it. Can you take this to them?
That's true. That's true.
So either way, regardless, it is in Cutie Carbuncle's possession at the moment.
Well, Cutie, then she's like, "Oh, well, we found another one of those weird masks, but we should probably wait to show it off till we're all together as a group."
Oh, really?
Yeah, out of nowhere, she just pulls it out and just starts spinning around through the eye socket with her finger.
Oh, really? Well, we also found a mask. It was being disguised as a trade of illicit goods.
Illicit goods.
That I have been told is illegal.
Wait, not said that.
I think that's in character, deliberate.
But still, the way he said it was great. The delivery was fantastic.
So, illicit goods that were illegal, so that was said.
Yes. An illegal good.
Illegal goods.
Illegal. But no, we had similar luck with finding this one. We should wait to share with everyone until we get back with the rest of the group.
Yes, that may be good. Are the masks illegal? You don't... I understand there are no magic
Well,
here.
we did find them while going after a drug dealer, so...
Yes, I know, but I say
I hear ya.
In the world.
No, they're not.
What's
that?
that?
Here yet.
I know,
I'm aware that
that was out of character, honey.
Sorry.
People of this realm do not normally use magic. Do they have laws restricting the use of said magic? Am I in violation of said laws?
There are no laws.
These are good questions.
That might be something from our understanding as just basic heroes who live in this realm. We understand how much normal. This is not normal from 90% of situations, just in general.
Yes. I'm like, no. I must not be. Crimson Cloak would not be aiding me if I were in violation of the law. Of course. He's a responsible, respected individual. Very
genuinely find
fascinating garment.
Totally not creating a character who thinks magic is blasphemy and is totally going to be hunting down your group now. Nope.
No, not at all.
Well, we do need a villain for him.
Right. But I'm probably like telling him, now normally magic isn't that much of an issue, but if you were finding him in such a shadiest issue as perhaps how I got this one, then it's definitely not normal.
Well, perhaps the laws don't cover this kind of circumstance, but it is still suspicious.
It's more the fact how it was being treated that's suspicious, not necessarily the magic itself.
Yes, I agree.
But we should bring this up to the others once we meet up at the temple.
Yes, of course. I believe that. In fact, I believe that Blackbird may have access to the kind of research materials that may help us in this circumstance.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the reveal of what happened on there. So yeah, so we're gonna cut to walking in. Artemis, what are you doing when they walk into the temple? Are you just pacing, practicing some archery?
Practicing some archery.
Catching up on your soaps?
Her stories? She's a modern person. She
Drama.
listens to podcasts.
Drama. You're searching for drama.
Drama podcasts. No.
Watching Little Fire, Too Many Little Fires, or whatever the show's called.
Little Fires Everywhere?
Little Fires
that
Everywhere.
one?
Yeah. Anyways, yes.
So many Greek tragedy.
So yes, those two walk into the glade that is your temple. How do you greet them or anything? Or do you guys say anything as you walk in? I guess stage is set.
Good morning, Artemis.
Well, I imagine, is everyone else there at this point, or just Artemis?
Just Artemis.
Yeah.
Are you hearing them?
Yeah, I heard. Just Artemis.
Yep.
Yes. Good morning, Artemis.
Good morning.
Miss Artemis!
Afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm sorry.
Yes. Good afternoon, Artemis. Good afternoon, returned.
Yep.
Pleasantry is complete. Let's get on to business.
And then nothing else, so it's kind of like, okay.
How are you feeling right now with knowing everything? Because I feel like you know pretty well what happened with. Did Archangel talk about the whole situation in regards to Blackbird as well?
Yeah, she bitched about everything.
Oh yeah.
So. Just trying to make sure where information is being established.
On the same page.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like, what is your kind of like, what mood are you in right now then?
I think I'm a little, like, annoyed right now because it's like, okay, we're 2 members down, and I'm pretty sure because of the fact that we're 2 members down, I'm pretty sure I got, like, ripped apart by my idiotic father.
No, actually.
Uh-huh.
It's like, good, cutting the dead weight.
Okay, good point.
I'm offended.
Okay, I don't think I got ripped apart by it, but I do think we had a big argument because he referred to my best friend as deadweight.
Yes.
Ouch.
They're replaceable.
Yeah, I think there was a pretty big argument.
I feel like actually with that comment, there's a shift that probably happened.
I'm sure.
Let me just look at the stats here. Because that's definitely a shifting your mundane down and your danger up, actually. Because he's basically saying you'll lose them, don't get attached.
Yeah.
So are you accepting that?
Yes.
Okay.
I will accept that.
Your mundane is at -2, your danger is at +.
Mm-hmm.
Your mundane is -1, danger is +2.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Obviously, you have to change it on your. I just changed the stream. You have to change it on roll
Okay.
if you want to.
So, mundane is
-1. Jump down 1 to -1. Danger went up to +2.
I should scooch forward so I can reach
Here you
my.
Pull the table.
Oh, thank you. That'll help. But I don't have to lean as on much.
Alright. Anyways.
Dangers 2.
You're at one awkward silence
Wait.
later.
Oh wait, did my mundane go down 2?
1.
Then it's -1.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I misspoke.
He was wrong the first time.
Okay.
Also, Kyle, you're good.
Danger is +2.
Yes. I fixed it.
Okay.
It's good.
Delia isn't perceptive enough to be like, oh, now she's annoyed. So he's like, all right.
Anyways, one awkward pause later. An awkward pause that is interrupted by the arrival of Blackbird.
Yes.
What is Blackbird's move?
In the dead of night.
Blackbird, fly!
Fly, my pretty! Fly! Fly!
I vote Pete. I vote for you.
Not the reference. I was following up on Rad's reference.
Anyway, Blackbird's pretty like business as usual type mood, like kind of like I still have to go to this place.
Yeah. You had a fairly pleasant evening, though. You can say what you can basically assume kind of what feels right with whatever happened with Cinder after we cut away, but
yeah.
So we are embellishing that the two of them had a relationship that thus my character did not seem.
I not to say they had a relationship. They had maybe it could pass in some circles as a date.
Wait, who and who?
Cinder and Blackbird.
His girlfriend.
Oh, Cinder and Blackbird. Okay.
But yes, that is things that happened. But like we can kind of just play that loosey-goosey.
Yeah, I kind of imagine it's kind of like a Catwoman, Batman type of thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. She's like anti-hero, anti-villain kind of thing. She toes the line right now. Is kind of what I'm placing her as. She just does whatever the hell she wants, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You interacted enough that I can give you at least that. So, all right. Yeah.
Huh,
What do you
I'm not
say
the
as
last-
Blackbird comes in? Artemis.
You're late.
Okay.
As I said, I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a general bad mood right now.
I know. I'm just saying because Blackbird is the one responsible, effectively, for.
Oh, you know what? Then I'm going to change it.
He's the one who put Inferno in the weird spot.
So, Blackbird comes in. I just kind of, I don't say anything. I don't say anything. I just kind of give him a look, like, it's obviously I'm blaming him for this.
Cordelia, just like a double take. Blackbird. Well, we should. Later, once everyone is here, I will have to. I have something to discuss, and I believe you may be able to assist us.
What did you find?
Pulls out the mask.
Yes,
The
you
mask.
have the comedy
And
mask.
I also, out of nowhere, pull out my mask and start twirling around my finger.
Carbuncle starts twirling tragedy.
Perhaps I should, but perhaps I should wait and tell the story once everyone is here.
Where is everyone else? I figured I'd be the last one here.
Artemis?
And only.
Well, they're not coming.
That's Regalia's response is the concerned expression and the tilted head.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what?
They have been grounded for the foreseeable future. Indefinitely.
Ground? From being heroes?
Yes.
Blackbeard just gives a shrug. All right, then that's all of us that's coming.
Yeah. Sorry, their father is about as crazy as mine.
Ah.
I.
Or as much of an asshole as mine. We'll have her say that instead.
I mean, as aggressive as your character is about the whole situation, it makes sense you would actually use the word asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regalia does the. I'm not. Like opens his mouth like he's going to say something. And. All right.
I mean, it was thanks to with help from Archangel last night, I was able to even get this in the first place.
So we're 2 members down. Now, either we start pulling our weight, or I bring in some backup. Note, when I say backup, I'm meaning my brother.
I'm gonna roll with my character knowing that the 2 other characters are siblings.
Yes.
But I'm gonna roll without not knowing this when I'm like, your brother?
Well, if I need to, then we can get some actual useful power here.
Who are you staring? Who are you pointedly staring at when you say that? That
I think
feels like
Regalia. I think Regalia. Because I'm like, he's just nifty with clothes. That's
You're
all.
just nippy to it.
That's all.
Apparently, she was
He
very
just plays with clothing. He's
Wow.
not useful.
I mean, I imagine your character.
I'm gonna remind you, and I think Crystal ignored it when it said it earlier, which is that last session I gave Artemis influence over my character.
Yeah,
because I grew closer to things. So this actually, at the moment that he's starting to believe, like, okay, I guess Artemis is pretty good, probably hits pretty deep.
Yeah, I actually totally remembered that.
Yeah. So what
cool.
I'm gonna say this is that, well, you also have it.
Cool. I hate you too. I mean,
Artemis has influence, so that's shifting your freak down and your mundane up.
he's gonna reject the influence though. He's
All
gonna
right.
try to reject that. He does
Okay.
not. It's not what he's looking for. I don't know what role that is, but
Roll flat. So roll 2d6.
okay. Nope.
What'd you? So all right, you rolled what?
3.
Yeah. So you're gonna get shifted, and you get to mark a condition.
And you get a
You don't get experience.
I don't know. I couldn't understand you. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say you also get what prestige I think it's called.
Potential.
Oh, a point of yeah.
Yeah, I was calling you XP just in general.
I don't know where I marked that on my sheet. If I mark it on my sheet, I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Potential. I don't know if I got one before, but here we go. So.
On the bright side, as far as my list is concerned, you have free range to adjust that as you wish.
Okay, well, I got one. So, what else now? Which do I choose a condition or do you choose a condition?
I'm gonna let you pick a condition for this. How does this make you feel?
So they're angry or insecure? Probably angry. Like this seems like the correct response here. You know, he's taking her seriously, but he's not taking her seriously enough for it to dig so deep that instead of like being upset at her, he is like, "Oh, I didn't do this. I didn't do any good." You know.
Yeah. Back to the discussion of her bringing in backup if people don't start pulling their weight.
Yes. So I suppose research is in order for the masks.
Yes. We're probably going to want to do a little bit of research.
That's right. And I was looking forward to speaking with Blackbird on this because I know that he has access to the magical tomes that might be useful in this case.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can definitely look through that. I've been wanting to check out this type of magic since the museum.
Yes, yes. And now we have not one, but two examples of such a thing.
Okay, so those two are going to.
Yes.
Yeah, as you two kind of dove into that, Artemis and Carbuncle, what avenues are you pursuing for some information on this? Since it looks like that's kind of what we're doing right now, is trying to figure out some stuff.
Well,
I think I'm.
Regalia is kind of single-minded on this in this case, so they don't need to be as single-minded. But
I'm just.
I'm been going into like researching like a lot of the texts and that I have from my father.
Okay. And what about what's Carbuncle? Is she just pulling out her cell phone and Googling it?
I mean, that would fit very well within my character's basicness, real quick. Just the simplest answer, and considering I'm probably the most down to earth out of the four of us who are here, that does make sense that my character might just pull out her phone to see if she can dig up any info.
All right. Even though you're kind of point on this with Regalia, I'm actually going to have Blackbird, everyone but Regalia roll, because it's Blackbird's first-hand source. Like you're in a position to spend team to help, but it's Blackbird's source, so.
So we need to roll.
Well, in a way, Regalia has sort of set him up for this, for him to be the person for it. Like he's very interested, but he's not the one who has the book.
Yep.
Yeah, Blackbird's probably going to hold on to his.
What are we rolling?
I will tell you in a second because I just realized when you call upon the resources of your sanctuary to solve a problem.
Yes.
Say what you want to do. Then I will give you 1 to 4 conditions you must fulfill to complete your solution.
Right. Let's see. Okay, what do we actually want to do with the information here? Do we want to track down the people, or just find out what these masks do?
Regalia is more interested at the moment with what the function of the masks are and how they were created, but that's also like he understands that it'd be more pragmatic to find the location, and it would give him his answers anyway. So he's going to kind of leave part of that up to you. Like he would definitely go for that, but he can be convinced otherwise, essentially.
All right, so I guess kind of a trying to think. Words are not coming to me right now. I guess like kind of what these masks like, how they function, kind of thing.
Okay. All right. All right. So I get to choose 1 to 4 of these things. So. Okay. Alright. I think first off I'm going to say is the best you can do is a lesser version, unreliable and limited. So by that I'm going to say that you're finding a lot of like second-hand sources kind of thing. So it's nothing like, oh, this is this or this. It's more of like you're finding references to similar things and you're trying to piece together a picture here.
Okay.
If there are options for something more direct, like casting some kind of knowledge, like something less about what specific it does specifically this magic work. I guess I don't know if magic theoretically works in the way that you could do like experiments, like the thing of like, what do? You take a little sample and you do something specific to it. You know, oh, you take readings, you get the magical spectrometer and wave it over it. Oh, I see transmutation. Okay.
And the second condition: if you want to get the answers you were seeking, one of you is going to have to wear the to don the mask.
All right. Let's see. Where do I put that one under?
That's first you
must.
must
Okay.
wear the mask, and the best you can do is a lesser version, unreliable and limited.
All right.
Like, in my experience wearing the mask, they disappeared after we took it off of the other person. But perhaps these other masks might maybe more durable.
Well, we have 2 of them, so worst case scenario, we'll have the second one to use as a tracking method if this one disappears.
All right. So we'll hold on to. We'll put a pin on yours. So I just want to get everyone set up, and then we'll resolve the aftermath of everything here. All right. You said you're consulting like books and such from your.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually not going to have you roll because I feel like they're not going to have the information specifically relevant to this. Like you're going through a lot of information. It's just not a lot of it's going anywhere.
Oh, I thought I did take been reading the files. Sorry, just looking at my moves.
Yeah,
I thought I did. I didn't.
Okay. What moves do you have? Just
Captain, venting frustration, fireside chat. That's it.
all right.
Wait, I thought I picked up some more moves.
No, that's 3 moves. You haven't. I didn't think you got advance yet.
Oh, okay. I thought we had something about me picking up some more moves.
We had discussed moves that we may have discussed moves that you might be interested in.
That was probably it.
But okay, so yeah. I mean, if you decided to go talk to your father, that can invoke fireside chat.
Yes. I think I will.
Okay.
Calling in Daddy Zeus to visit us.
Calling Daddy.
All right. How do you communicate with Zeus? Like I don't want it to be like something else. I feel like there's some device or object that you use to kind of.
I think I have this like amulet.
Okay.
That I use to contact him. What?
No. My brain is just it's a mental image of picturing. It's a graven image of Zeus, so that when you talk to it, when you activate it, it starts animating like the temple and like Hercules does. So it's him talking with through his amulet that is of his face.
Okay.
That's just that's my brain interprets it.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Like almost like one of those open like compact things. It's an amulet that almost opens and it's like, whoo.
So yes. You know what? No. What is it? Second favorite daughter?
Second favorite. Who's your first favorite daughter?
Athena.
That is just. We have enough angst on this team.
Like, I just have this like. I don't think me and Athena get along.
Especially because I think you've encountered Medusa.
Yeah.
Already, and you've kind of heard her side of it, and that's kind of like
me and Athena aren't friends. We kind of hate each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say also Arachne.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? We'll talk about this after, but I'm thinking of shifting the position of your nemesis from pushing Prometheus Kronos to your mentor's nemesis, and bringing Medusa on yours, and that's kind of, you have a more interesting dynamic there.
Yeah.
Than I think.
I'd be fine with that.
It makes
I
it also,
still want to do some stuff with Prometheus.
Yeah, he still exists. He's opposed to your father's directly, as well.
Which makes a little bit more sense, honestly, for him to be more my nemesis. So Medusa's going to be my nemesis then?
Yeah, basically Medusa's going to be your foil.
My foil. Okay.
The
Who's
one
my
who
nemesis then?
That is, you're not really doing nemesis. I'm moving away from nemesis as the term is, and these are the people who you're going to bounce off of and are going to be large antagonistic, but they're going to push you in interesting ways.
Okay.
So, like, the idea is not, the intention is, these aren't always going to be fully, like, full villain.
Yeah, especially when I have, like, other characters that I'm, like, rivals with, like Athena, probably.
Yeah. But that whole mess is your kind of thing. I feel like that's easier to attach to the story. Sorry, just direction heading, because I'm
getting ideas.
So anyways, what wisdom do you seek now?
We found these masks.
Right. Actually, I'm going to have you, since you're triggering this move, go ahead and roll plus the label your mentor embodies.
Okay. What label is that?
I don't know what. I don't remember. I don't have roll open because I don't have.
Well, clearly
superior, right?
I think I want to say superior.
Makes a lot of sense.
Just remember if that was something I wrote down.
Should be on roll.
What would it be under? Oh, mentors, resources?
Just above that, or
above that is advancement.
It looks like he embodies superior. So if you go under, it's under where your mentor tag is. It's got embodied and denies, but they're labeled as circles.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's superior. And he denies Monday. So roll plus superior.
Six.
Okay. On a miss, they don't have time for you because something big has gone down. Market condition, GM's choice.
God. That's gonna be fun.
Alright, so we're gonna rewind that.
I want to know what big thing just happened. That's all I want to know. What happened? What did Hades do?
No, it's Poseidon.
What did Poseidon do?
Oh.
It's always Poseidon.
It's always Poseidon. No, okay, so yes, you just said to feed me back your last line. What was
we found these masks.
You just hear he looks the relief looks to the side and is like, again? Sorry, child, I do not have time for your inane prattling.
What?
Oh.
What do you mean you don't have time?
Greater things. There are greater machinations afoot. Figure it out on your own. Learn your own wisdom. Athena doesn't always ask me these questions.
Excuse me?
And it just fades to. He just turns to relief. And let me look at your conditions.
And
here.
I think my response to this afterwards is, gods!
You're already angry.
Oh
I'm gonna have you. You're marking insecure
Okay.
because it's the comparison.
I'm already angry and guilty.
Yeah, you're marking insecure right now because
Okay.
all that comparison to Athena is kind of like worse than her. Little daddy's girl.
Yes.
All right, Kitty Carbuncle. I'm just gonna make up a custom move. Go ahead and roll plus mundane as you Google.
As you Google. You're using the power of Google.
Yes, the Google food. I'm sorry, God dang it. Would this work?
Watch you be. I was gonna say Watch should be the only person to do it, but actually, the sanctuary, like, it sounds like it will succeed as long as we do the things that it says we need to do.
I think I did that right, or was that good enough, or should I re-roll here? Did I actually hit the wrong thing? Oh God! What did I hit?
I can't see what the roll is. I didn't see a roll.
Well, that's good. Okay. Oh, that's right. I can actually click on superior, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Well, 10. Okay, that's not
All
terrible.
right, yeah. So you kind of do a couple, you just like masks. You kind of do like theater masks. It's like comedy tragedy masks. Eventually, you kind of just do, you kind of just search different terms, looking at something in the top few hits, and then eventually you end up on a news article. A small, just from like an online thing. It's like a kind of like a up and coming. It's basically just like a small local heroes blog.
Also, I don't know if it makes a difference, but I don't know if it added in the +2 from mundane. So.
Oh yeah.
No, it did not. So that would be a 12. But you got
either way,
10,
it's still a 10. You're going good here.
Okay, just making sure, like, critical success helps out here.
The mask doesn't typically do the critical success thing beyond the 10. So yeah, you kind of keep following the trail of this, and eventually you find this blog, and it talks about new up and coming heroes, joy and sorrow, and you see these heroes, and they have those masks gone, and you kind of look, you start following that, and you notice, you notice you do the crazy thing, you read the comments.
Oh.
And eventually you see a couple of them, the most recent comments is like, did these guys call it quits? Haven't seen them much around lately. Where'd they go?
Yeah,
they suck.
And checking.
And then it devolves back into troll fights and everything like that. So.
Well, the question is, like, how long ago was this initial news thing posted? And posted?
Like last month. It doesn't give you more precise. It just says 1 month ago. Like, it's one of those blog posts that just don't tell you the exact date, they tell you a fuzzy date. And them asking where they went, it said, is started up recently, but the last sighting you can see of any based on those comments is about a week ago.
Okay, so not terribly long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired.
Before, keyword, it was before we saw the we had issue 1, basically.
Yeah, it was before the start of the series, so.
Alright.
Alright, so back down to Team Mysticism.
Right. So, I guess one of us will need to put on the mask.
It seems so. Who should? What were the two? It's like you had to put on the mask, and what else?
You could only get you're going to only get a limited version.
That makes sense. Yeah. We don't have that great. We aren't that great at researchers.
Yeah.
I'm like, so who should it be?
Well, you know more about this cloth magic than I do, so probably you best observe this. See what you can pick up.
Observe this from the inside or outside?
I would say outside. If this thing can take you over, then.
Okay, I will warn you, these masks very much are, they definitely have powerful magic in them. We have two masks, right? We have like a happy and the sad mask, right?
Yep, you have comedy and tragedy.
Comedy and tragedy. I'm like, well, which mask would you choose?
Tired.
Well, I'm used to tragedy anyway, so.
All right, I'm gonna quickly do the extenses extend to listen in on the mask.
All right, so go ahead, roll to unleash your powers plus freak.
Wouldn't that have been useful?
No. Oh.
Wouldn't it have been useful if I had another
I am
point in
just-
that? I wonder where it went.
Huh? I'm just fiddling around. Oh, okay.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, I roll real badly again. Apparently.
Uh, so
Where's
Do
this?
I also get an attempt to roll since I'm putting on the mask, or?
you're going to be doing something
Well,
different. This was he was tuning into the mask to try to glean information. So yeah, as he puts on the mask, and you just hear this shout of I am sorrow. I cause sorrow. And this chorus just rattles through your through your every fiber of your being. And
Hold on.
see.
Where is this? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to find this. Like.
Marking.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
don't.
gonna
I
mark
don't. I don't know.
afraid.
Okay.
Actually,
okay,
no,
okay.
what? No. This is the take a powerful blow moment.
Oh.
I don't. Where's this list? I remember I had a document about this, and I don't know where it is anymore.
Here, I think I have it. Yeah, I have it linked here. 1 second.
All right. Oh, here we go.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
Basic moves. Here we go. And so unleash my powers. Yeah, it just says nothing. So the
That
normal
means I
rules
make a
of like
move.
you're allowed to do what you want with it, which is okay.
I'm making a move, and that's like this thing is blowing up in your face, and take a powerful blow.
Yes. All right. Okay. Roll plus conditions marked, and I only have one condition though,
Yep.
right? I don't get the second one.
Nope.
So I'll just roll the number I have again. Where did I put this sheet? Oh, here it is. Okay. Here, let me reorganize this for just a moment. Hold on, please. Okay. Roll. All right, 9. Let's see now. All right. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground. Your opposition gets an opportunity. You struggle past the pain. That's right. You're supposed to roll low. Of course, in this one, I wouldn't roll like garbage.
Well, you could have rolled higher. I could give you a +1 if you want.
It's okay. I'm good. Yeah.
You could be like me that one time and roll 12.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yes. I mean, 10 would have been the easy one. What happens? I'm overwhelmed and pass out. That's the easy answer.
True.
What happens? Okay. But in this one, like, I don't know. Because the problem is you give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity. No. Doesn't really apply.
It does. I have ways that happens.
Okay. The other one is I lash out verbally, which is also decent because I just got torn down by Artemis earlier, so it's definitely something my character was primed to do. And the third one is okay because that would basically be that like I get the psychic nosebleed effect, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I get hurt and like I feel terrible. Which of these? If I choose lashing out verbally, it could get really bad.
Yeah, it's like you're a bunch of teenagers and dealing with stressful stuff.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, if we're in his sanctuary, chances are if I'm lashing out verbally, I'm lashing out at Blackbird, not at somebody else. Which I think limits the amount of badness, because if it was Artemis, it would basically immediately cause it's the worst. Oh boy. I'm gonna give opposition an opportunity. I feel like he's gonna keep the bad feelings bottled up for now, and he's going to fail instead.
Yep. So what? So yeah, you extend your you're clearly feeling this. So All right, Blackbird, you are going to be rolling. Roll plus Monday.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad. That's just a 0. Well, I rolled a 4, so.
Yeah, and
Jesus.
also I should have said that you were going to be taking a -2 to that because of the ground given. Because you didn't have someone to anchor you like you were supposed to.
Yeah, I was supposed to be good for you, but instead I'm busy head in hands. And
so
unhappy.
as you put on the mask, you're looking through it. You just kind of feel like first, Regalia still sees it, his entire outfit kind of gets overwritten with that of a like it's got like a cowl, like a little cowl spandex kind of like a cowl cape with like spandex. It's all black except for the white mask kind of on the face.
Right. Okay.
You don't see his hair. You see instead like a longer hair tied up in a small ponytail kind of thing, and so that it looks like he just got overwritten with another person's image.
Mm-hmm.
What you see, Blackbird, is you suddenly just see these strings that are like mentally. You see these strings kind of just live, kind of like emanating. So since you're in the sanctuary specifically now, you see these coming. One of these coming off of Regalia, and you just like you can't help yourself. You just kind of mentally or physically, and whatever you kind of say, just reach out and kind of pull on it. And suddenly, Regalia, you feel yourself falling to the ground, weeping openly. Like you are just like overwhelmed with. It's like you just suddenly had to relive his backstory, but not exactly.
Mm.
Welcome to being me every day.
You just got to see all
that
those.
Sounds like...
Or you just like you watched 1,000. You just watched 100 movies based on Newbery Prize winners. You know, the ones that always end with sad.
Okay,
dying.
so it's not actually something personal then.
No, it's like you're just the feeling is just suddenly erupted in you, and you're just on the ground crying.
Okay.
Well, good news is I've got all 5 of my potentials now. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I failed again, didn't I? Let me mark that button.
Yeah.
Well, you don't mark potential because you succeeded on the take a powerful blow, so you didn't roll low enough. So that one you do not get a thing. But
rolled really low on the perception roll.
Yes, that one you did. So you get the mark potential for that.
And I did. Congratulations, go me.
Let me check something else here a second.
Wow.
I feel like there's a little more I can pull on in the scene. Gotta check the correct information.
Well, I mean, guys, he's digging out the big guns.
No, I'm not doing anything. This is all stuff you guys picked.
Doesn't take a powerful blow.
Yes, traps.
Oh.
So you're not yourself right now.
No, I'm not.
And basically, your sanctuary detects this as a magical intrusion. You gave an invitation to Regalia, so it let him in, but this intruder is just here. So you are ejected outward back into the temple.
All
And
right.
now Regalia is alone in your sanctuary. The emotional turmoil will fade, but...
Yeah. Feeling like crap.
But now you have to deal with the fact that Regalia, you're in the sanctuary. You have no real way in or out, because right now, like, Blackbird is the only one who really knows that stuff. And there are countless tomes and numerous relics, many of which you probably shouldn't touch. But you don't necessarily know that. Or at least know which ones you shouldn't.
Yeah, that's the real thing, is not knowing exactly which ones. Regalia knows being around potentially dangerous magical things. It's not Come on, this is his life.
Touch everything.
Putting a pin on.
Do
No,
it.
what he's doing right now actually is on the ground and saying, "It's an enchantment. It's an enchantment. It's an enchantment.
Yeah.
It's an enchantment."
Yeah, putting a pin
That's
on
what he's doing
Regalia
right
and
now.
Jumping out to the outside.
Yes.
Carbuncle and Artemis, you just suddenly like Artemis, you just got hung up on by your dad. Carbuncle, you just got you finally succeeded in figuring just got done reading the comments section, so you're both kind of a little emotionally vulnerable right now. As suddenly a masked figure just appears in the middle of your temple. What do you do?
Lovely.
Boom, boom, boom.
Womp womp.
Wearing a tragedy mask.
Is that you, Tragedy? Where have you been?
Sorrow. It was
The internet says you've been missing for a while.
Sorrow is the name.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, joy and sorrow.
Zombie is me. Okay. I'm gonna I'm not 100% sure if it's someone who's actually gonna attack me, but just to be safe, I'm gonna grab my bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm. Where's Blackbird? What are you doing then?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is like Blackbird even here, or is it just Sorrow right now?
Oh, you're still there. The power, like you already noticed.
Okay.
You've already noticed those strings going off there. So if you want to rip off that mask, you might want to do that quickly.
Yeah, I will definitely like pull off the mask before I start making anyone else like feel shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't make people. You're not invested in making people feel emotions.
Yeah.
You're invested in making
Like the
people feel
opposite.
knives.
Ah,
Anyways, yeah, you go ahead and rip that off. And I'm going to say though, there is a feeling you are going to also go ahead and mark insecure here.
Yeah.
Because the mask takes a toll on you, especially because, for reasons I can't explain, because you actually, you know what? I guess you realize as you pull it off, you realize that you realize something about the you already are insecure.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm already insecure.
Afraid.
All right.
Okay. And remember though, we did fulfill the condition. So
I know,
unless
that's why I'm
that's also
revealing
dependent on the
something
yeah. So unless you also dependent on the rolls, then
here. Yeah. No. So you are revealing as in this moment you are realizing that these masks are specifically designed for people without powers. They can work for people with powers, but its effects are not. It's not there. There's a price to be paid there that isn't there before.
Hmm. All right. So yeah, Blackbird's just going to take a moment, catch his breath, like after ripping off the mask, and say, "Hold on. Do I still have the mask, or is it vanished?"
Oh, it's still there.
All right. Cool. So yeah, I will say, just give me a moment. I need to get Regalia out of my home.
Out of my
And I will
home.
open up the book.
Dad.
Yeah, go back into the book. Make sure he's not fiddling around with anything.
no, he's very much just like he's definitely possibly still attempting to recover entirely from the enchantment from the powers. Although, like anything he's hunched over, when you enter, he immediately like stands up and attempts to visibly compose himself. Actually, attempts to visibly compose himself before you notice, but there's no real chance of doing that.
Also, I'm going to say this. Some of the relics I picture you have are like in display cases, such.
Yeah.
Um, You notice a pair of particularly vicious socks are kind of pressed up against the glass.
Socks?
Yes, a pair of particularly vicious socks.
Socks?
Yes.
Is this
Socks.
a dream?
No.
Am I asleep?
No.
It's just
Oh,
it's
God.
just fantasy.
Magic.
It's just fantasy. It's my brain. It's fantasy.
Look, I'm sorry. There are a pair of socks that eats people's feet off. There, happy.
Yeah.
Leave me.
I mean, there's magical shoes that make you dance. So
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
They seem to
just
be
a little worse.
They seem to be pressing on the glass towards Regalia.
yeah. So Blackbird's going to try to ignore the socks and say, "Do you need a moment?"
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
All right. And Blackbird's going to boot out Regalia and then come out.
As you guys come out, there's a panel lingering on the empty space. It kind of zooms in on the glass case with the socks. You see a little crack start to form.
Oh, that's going to be fun next time I come in. All right.
Right.
Oh,
So I want to
my nose.
throw one last scene here for the two that have been sidelined for tonight, just to give them a little something to do.
Oh, so is this the end of the game almost?
Almost, yeah. It's like 9:08 right now.
Yay, I can sleep soon.
So. What are you doing with your downtime? Because obviously you're kind of stuck at home, or are you sneaking off?
Oh,
I guess that's the question. Are you being obedient, or are you being rebels?
we could be rebels. That would be fun. I do think for Archangel, it is a little 50-50. Sometimes she'll stay home because she doesn't feel like being out, but sometimes she'll sneak out.
Probably snuck out because
Okay.
just
Yeah, that's fine. Like you guys had to, you couldn't go get you. I think you guys are kind of trying to make your way to meet up with everyone, even though you're not supposed to. But you had to wait for the opportunity. You had to finish up. He basically put you through your training regimen a little harder than usual. So you had to kind of get through that before you could find a chance to slip out. You pulled the old life model replica in the bed trick. Also, you threw a furnace in Inferno's living space to throw off the thermal sensors.
Of course.
So
That's only a little overprotective.
to be fair, I mean, like, no, it actually does make sense that he would have thermal sensors set off in Inferno space because if there's like an emergency rupture, he wants to know in case of actual genuine danger. The fact that it also lets him know that when Inferno comes and goes, happy accident.
as Ferno goes, screw it. I don't care if you know I'm leaving.
Angel, on the other hand, is like, let's be a little sneakier about this, shall we?
So you guys are kind of walking through an industrial part of town. It's not commercial. You're just kind of making your way. You're trying to keep a low profile just until you get far enough away. Because I figure like this complex is in that part of town. Kira Code Forge. He's going to be in that kind of thing. And what are you guys talking about right now? Like I feel like there is some talking. Maybe you're ranting about this whole stupid grounding thing for the team.
I mean, Archangel would be. She's probably still pretty pissed about the whole situation, one, she got pulled off the team for something she wasn't involved with. Her brother was in danger. Someone decided to be a little ass. All sorts of things are going on through her head that's just making her all sorts of pissed.
Yeah, so that's kind of, you just kind of see bubbles, like word bubbles kind of floating off of each other and such, kind of this ranting discussion going on. And you kind of just, the panel kind of pans up and you see this.
Oh, we see a wolf. Nice.
That same, almost that exact same pose. For those at home, I'm using Fenris from the villain deck. That's one of the mass supplements, so. And
Okay.
that kind of like looking down at you, and suddenly, Bruno, you find yourself facing forward, pinned by this wolf.
Mm-hmm.
As just like you feel like steam kind of, in Archangel you see steam kind of coming off the back as kind of like as it looks like the back of his suit starts to freeze a little bit.
Okay.
And you say,
So
and as you hear him growl in a growling voice say, sorry, just gotta get the words right here, because obviously not a character I pre-planned. This is kind of more of a monster of the week kind of threat, but yeah. So you are in the way of my goals by your existence. I'll finish you off quickly. What do you do?
first of all, rude. Archangel's first reaction is definitely to get this thing, whoever he is, off of Inferno. So she would probably what do you think? Probably would construct like some sort of blunt object, pipe, bat, something.
Alright, do you want to just directly engage the threat, or do you want to build up some burn and use that?
Nope, I'm directly engaging this threat
Right.
because I don't think she's gonna have the
Roll
time
plus
to burn.
danger.
I will try the bot this time, see if it's nicer to me.
Well balanced, I feel.
Maybe. What am I rolling against?
Danger.
Danger.
Will Robinson.
Oh. This might not end well. I am not using this ever again.
2.
I'm never using this again.
I rolled 2 just terrible rolls today, if you recall.
Except for you rolled high where you wanted to roll low.
Yeah, exactly. The dice were extremely unkind to me today.
It's better than the first session.
I think only because we rolled less.
Not for me.
Me, as I search my desk for my dice.
So you construct a just. What are you trying to construct, just so I can kind of roll up with the fiction?
I think it would be something like a baseball bat.
Alright. As you kind of swing the bat, he just kind of catches it with his other claw. It kind of just freezes and then shatters. It just snarls at you and says, "You will not deny me my prey. I know this one's fate. The reverse of mine."
You know nothing. Get off of him.
Jon Snow.
I don't know. I don't watch Game of Thrones.
I know. No. It's just Jon Snow because Ice Wolf.
Right?
Ah,
I don't know.
Yes, but yeah, Inferno, you are actually like the ice is actually growing on you, and you're feeling cold.
Mm-hmm.
Like this feels very wrong to you because you are literally the opposite of it.
Yes.
So what do you do? Now, notably, you feel cold on the outside. This cold is coming from the outside suit. He has not done anything inside the suit.
Actually, take the glove off one hand and hit him.
All right, unleash your powers. Like I normally would say, this is a directly engaged with a threat, but removing even a small thing of your suit is just like a big thing with you.
Okay, and what is that?
Plus freak.
Six.
God, those dice are really, really trying to kill you and everyone around you.
The dice does not like us today.
So yeah, you explode in a fiery wreath as the you know how you get thermal shock?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of happens right now as the ground around you just cracks and just kind of shrapnel goes everywhere. Launches it off Fenris. Kind of, does the claw grab in the ground stop? But also, you know who else was right by you for that? Archangel. And she's not looking too good right now.
Ouch.
Like, you kind of grabbing your side, and there was like, I'm going full on this one. Like, I'm not going to hold back on this little moment. I'm sorry, Ari. But you see blood. Like, you got yourself back. You quickly resealed yourself, so that's the thing. To paraphrase a thing, I don't feel so good, Mister.
Oh no! No! No!
Well, what do you say before you lose consciousness?
Darn it, the plushies are over there. I don't have anything to throw at you.
No, seriously,
The
though.
plan,
Sorry,
the
I
plan is
missed
complete.
that. Did you say, what does she say before she passes out?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh. She probably tells him to run, because she doesn't know what this wolf is, and she knows that he probably needs to find help.
Yeah. So what does Inferno do?
Refuses because he's not going to leave her.
Okay. As you turn to stand your ground and kind of you feel start charging, start building up, and you turn and he's gone. Go pull back the curtain here. Because you're supposed to create moves for each villain and such to kind of describe what they do. One of his things is run from a conflict he might lose. That's one of his moves.
Oh. He ran like a
Cautious.
scared little puppy.
I guess he had his tail between his legs.
I guess his bark was worse than his bite.
His frostbite.
Ah!
Guys, you're killing me. I'm going to die. Guys, please.
No, the only
Please
one who's
be
going to
mad.
die right now might be Archangel.
Ouch.
But yeah, that's kind of where. So it just kind of ends with that kind of thing of Inferno. Kind of the last panel is just big page of Splash, kind of turning to look toward, looking back over. The top has got a panel of him looking. There's the blank space. You see the gouge in the ground where he slid back, but him not being there. And you kind of look back, and it's just kind of this aerial view of Inferno looking down on the cast out the fallen down Archangel, and it just says, kind of leaving the text is, "Will Archangel survive this deadly encounter?"
Stay tuned for the next Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's like, find out in Fate Breakers number 6. Alright, end of session moves here. Now, remember we're doing the, you can bank forward if you feel like you didn't have enough to kind of make this decision. And it'll just mean that you can keep banking until you decide to pick, and once you pick, you just gotta use all your banked up stuff, so...
I mean, that seems a little weird, but okay.
I'm just trying to keep it so it's... I'm trying to keep it so...
No, No. I understand. Just the thing where it's like, well, you can hold off on it, but but if you do, then you have to pick like 4 choices later, and it's like, well, okay.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to honor everyone's things and understand that due to lack of the format, we're not going to get to everything enough for people. But at the same time, I'm not trying to get it's negotiable. Okay.
Sorry.
You're strongly encouraged to kind of use them all up when you start using them, but it's usually going to be 2, as I try to balance the focus here. But anyways, end of session moves. First off, I'm going to ask, for Archangel and Infernal, do you guys feel like you have enough to have any team relationship stuff this week?
Personally, no, so I'm gonna bounce.
No.
No, I kind of figured that. So, alright, how does Artemis feel about stuff right now? Did you go close to the team, away from the team, or in the image of yourself?
Into the image of myself.
How do you see yourself and why? Then shift your labels.
I think the focus is right now more on, I don't know.
Well, how do you want to change your stats? I guess is the...
Okay, I can change those.
And we can
I think mundane up.
Okay.
1, and that has to do with Zeus and all that
yeah,
stuff.
you're...
Mundane up and savior down.
Your savior can't go down. It's already at -2.
Mundane up and
danger, freak, or superior.
Superior down.
Yeah, because you're just got you're basically saying I am not him.
Yeah.
You're more defining yourselves by what he is not than what he is than what you are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're just seeing that he's a pompous, arrogant douchebag that doesn't.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I feel like she always knew that, but
That's fine.
Exhausted.
That's why I wanted to start with you, just to get it, so you don't have to worry about anything else.
I got it.
Alright, Cutie Carbuncle. Do you go closer to the team, away from the team, or into the image of yourself?
I definitely feel this is a situation I'm getting closer to the team.
Okay. Who made you feel welcome and why?
Well, if it hasn't been already, the fact that me and Regalia shared a conversation, I'll give him credit there.
Okay.
If I don't already have influence or whatever with him.
You can still give him influence even if he already has influence. It just means he gets to shift your view of yourself. But no. That was the first time
I don't think Regalia has influence over anyone.
Most of the time it's who has influence over you is how it's being tracked for the most part. On the stream at least. So yes, Regalia alright. And then you get in clear condition or mark potential.
I'll take that potential just because for some reason I'm the only one who rolled decent this session, but what I did was not super impressive right now. So okay, I'll take some potential. Plus, I don't have it, so that's kind of an easy choice.
Using that as a segue, Regalia, did you go closer to the team, away from the team, or into the image of yourself?
I don't know if the one argument is enough for me to say away from the team yet. The the one argument with what's her name, even though that's sort of the obvious choice is that like what is it? Oh, she immediately insulted him and he's just like, oh, never mind. Um.
Dude.
I know, right?
Clearly, Blackbird made you feel very welcome in his horror library.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
That's what the image of yourself as far as was more of like you kind of updating your own.
Yeah. I could grow into the image of myself. But what is it that I grew into? I screwed up like 3 times in a row this session. Definitely got cut down a little bit, but what would that shift up if I put my superior down for some reason?
I guess mundane would probably be up. I would say because she kind of did say like, "Oh, you're not that powerful. Like, you kind of just do clothes magic." That's
But that effect is already there.
The
I'm looking
failure
for
is more tied to
specifically like
the mask scenario.
yeah. That's more what he's worried about there is like
I maybe see yourself more as a danger actually, because you feel like, oh, this went badly because I messed up.
with that, I guess that could kind of be danger. I feel like it'd be weird if I put freak back up more, but it could, that's not exactly that. He failed when it came to a basic
or
thing.
maybe
It
it's more
wasn't
of you're feeling less superior and more of like a determination, like, okay, I'm going to be doing better and doubling down on either savior or freak.
Yeah. Well, freak is the stat related to like mastery over his magic. The other movie likes to do a lot.
Yeah.
And he failed at that, so it's possibly that like he's like he's like I'm not good enough, and this causes him to fall further into I must study, which is the sort of how freak works for him. He wants to immerse himself more in the magic. Okay, we'll try that.
All right, so
that sounds decent.
shifting
And it allows me to
superior
keep the
down.
profile. And it allows me to keep the profile I like. One of the things is when it comes to into the image of myself, I don't really want to change too much in a way, unless like I really feel like he's been changing in general. So this is more of a minor tweak than a he is really moving differently.
All right. So what is Blackbird choosing here?
Blackbird is actually going to be choosing getting closer to the team.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh.
Who made you feel welcome and why?
That would be Regalia, because he's actually let him into his book, which like that's kind of like
Yeah.
nothing. No one has ever been there before, other than Blackbird. So
And also,
should we bring Amber along?
It was what Regalia like straight went to, is that like I need your help.
And also that
he-
Regalia was like in his sanctuary and nothing seemingly went wrong.
I mean, once those socks like come up, I'm sure something will change that.
Okay. Regalia coming up good socially, at least. In two of 3 cases.
And we've not been doing this for the last while, but I don't think we've hit the Doom or anything happened with Doom. So
Yeah. So I think you didn't do anything to.
Just having a strange reaction to a mask and creating a sobbing crisis in a person is actually pretty decent. Pretty decent day. Nothing really went wrong.
I mean, didn't he already mark on his Doom track today anyway from a botch roll or something?
No.
So I think we're fine with just one Doom on this track.
Yeah, you didn't make any progress on defeating your nemesis today, so that is making one. You get 1 mark in your Doom track.
Oh.
All right.
Oh dear.
He's playing the Doom. He's on a clock. If he's not pushing the clock, he's running the clock.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yes, and just so you know, for the move I took, I took another move from a playbook, and I got "Come Here, Lucky."
What's your pet?
That's gonna be Quoth, my bird.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that way she's just a little bit more of a an asset to myself, like normally.
Is the fact that we're splitting up the sessions like this going to be brutal, especially brutal for the doomed? Like that sometimes there's a session where someone might not get anything going on with them.
Yeah, I'm probably going to just try to do it every even session.
Okay.
Wait, no, this is 5. Every odd session. For the dooms.
Every other, should we say? Let's just say every other.
Yeah. I'm sure when sessions when I'm not doing things, it's like, okay, I don't mark anything with the doom.
Yeah. So, like, if you have actions you're doing, then yeah, it totally comes up, but if they're not, then we're not going to worry about it too much.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Properly balanced to make sure.
Right, did you,
his
by the
track
way,
is-
so, since you go closer to the team, do you want to clear condition or mark potential?
I'll clear condition since I've already got my potential marked. So.
Right. So which you're afraid, guilty, or insecure?
I think I will take away. I think I'm feeling less guilty.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, that'll be.
That marks the end of the session. As always, you can join our Discord with the link down in the description to chat with us and discuss the channel or channel adjacent topics, or what else you want to. Like, how many Ice Wolf puns can you make? You can also follow us on Twitter at Tales of Cross to get updates from us and be notified when the channel goes live. Also, I finally got around to updating the new logo on both the Twitter and the Twitch account. I apparently had completely forgotten to update that when I updated the YouTube. So yes, those should have the proper our new logo and everything on there finally. So, character art is done by a friend of the show, Carl. Links below to their DeviantArt and Ko-fi account. Finally, like and subscribe to get both future content and help us reach a wider audience. So, to those watching us in the past, present, and future, keep an eye out for those socks. You know, socks go missing in the dryer. Well, when these socks go in the dryer, you go missing. And good night.